Farage and Reform UK are being accused of being woke. They're not right-wing enough. They're not right-wing enough. We need someone. We need proper Nazis.
News. London Transport say they may have to close the underground system due to an infestation of horses.
Because they start running away from the train.
And what the drivers say they fear most of all is a head-on collision with a blind tube man.
What's up, YouTube? Hello, it's me. Good. I'm back. I'm a bit sweaty there. It's very hot. It's going to be 33 degrees today. And that is, as we term it in the UK, warm.
It's bigger than that, Chris. It's large. I mean...
So, good. Welcome back. I'm doing another bit of a long form, as they say. A long form, with the accent on long. I'm getting quite good at this, I think. You know, I'm starting to cut my stuff up a bit more, because I used to just talk and I didn't really put any cuts in. I thought that kept it real, but actually cutting it, putting in edit points, does make it a lot more concise and frankly entertaining for you, the viewer. So I will be cutting things up a bit. There'll be a lot more cutting of putting in edit points and cutting. It helps with the flow of the monologue that I'm editing to have more edit points in it. In a week when I was thinking I should do like a comedy, like a monologue, like Stephen Colbert and although The Daily Show, and all, you'd open with this week in politics, it's I've got to stop doing that. Tommy Robinson was knocked someone down. That was last week. Let's dive into this. I've found something. It's actually PoliticsJOE, so it's a sort of a more of a lefty channel. But I thought this looked interesting because they're talking to people on the right, asking the far right if they're racist at an asylum hotel protest. I wonder what they'll say when you ask them whether they're racist. Let's dive into this.
They wasn't born in our country. First of all, we were all born here. We're like British citizens.
The UK is
We're like British citizens.
volcano ready to go bang. You saw Southport. I think it'll be tenfold worse than that.
I just get the sense that there are a lot of people are very concerned about illegal
Good friend Constantine there.
immigration.
That man there is shouting fucking bomb them at the hotel.
Racist scum off our streets!
Refugees not welcome in!
Their culture says that's perfectly all right to assault
Peter.
young girls.
Tommy Robinson. Yeah. I like his policies.
We'll get back to that. I like his policies. He's not even a politician, you idiot.
I know I'm not a racist. I've got multiple friends from different countries all around the world, different skin colours. This side of our
When someone has to say that, they probably are racist.
I've got multiple friends from different countries.
A year after the Southport riots, Number 10 fears another summer of discontent. Last month, disorder broke out during anti-immigration protests at the Bell Hotel in Epping, which was being used to house asylum seekers. Since then, there's been
the Bell End Hotel.
Series of similar protests outside asylum hotels across the country, including here in Canary Wharf, where the asylum seekers from the Bell Hotel were relocated. Some say protesters are concerned locals. Others...
I've just got to point out that the young lady who is interviewing these people and is doing the voiceover is tiny. She's about the size of a ladybird. She's on the, I can't remember what her name is, but she's I'll put it up on the screen somewhere. Probably there. And she's literally almost microscopic. Not that has any bearing on anything, but I was thinking maybe when she was interviewing these people, they may have just thought they were hearing voices. It's just a little tiny, are you racist?
I've known about all this migrant scandal hotel stuff for a while now, but since it's on my doorstep, I think it's right to come out, especially living here. It is taking the piss. It's taking the piss out of the British public, the taxpayers, and the future generation.
I mean, I agree. It is taking the piss. They shouldn't be in hotels, obviously. They should be in some sort of purpose-built centre. The thing is, they're not in the hotel ordering room service and going for a little swim by the pool. I heard something on the wonderful Nick Ferrari's show on LBC this morning, and he said the hotel has a buffet and a pool, 2 theatres. It's like they're not putting on theatre shows for the migrants, are they? They haven't got their fucking English National Opera coming in doing Madame Butterfly for the migrants, have they? Yes, they're in a hotel. It doesn't mean they're having a holiday. It's like if you rounded up a load of prisoners and put them in a football stadium and staked them to the ground with leg manacles on, they wouldn't be watching a football game, would they?
Of our country.
We obviously have to pay for our stuff already. We have to work our asses off to get our stuff, and we'd get nothing for free. So why do they get everything for free and we don't?
Apparently they get about £9 a week if they're being fed. I wish I could be from a war-torn country where I was being tortured, so I could come and stay at a nice hotel in Britain.
Maybe housed.
Not here. Not in this country.
Really?
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Not in this country.
Do you think they should be returned to where they came from?
Yep. Wizz Airline straight home.
Even if it's an unsafe country like Afghanistan or something?
This is the problem when people say they're coming from Afghanistan and they're fleeing. What side of the conflict are they on? Because I don't know.
My name is Constantine. I have a YouTube channel called Trigonometry.
And I'm a dick.
Then I talked to some people here, and you can see it's a mixed bag. I think there's some Millwall lads here with masks on. I don't think that's a particularly helpful look, frankly.
Thank you.
But from talking to people, I just get the sense that a lot of people are very concerned about illegal immigration. I came to this country as an immigrant myself in 1995.
Do you think Starmer's one-in, one-out policy with France will help shift the mood of the public?
I don't think...
I mean, that man there is shouting "fucking bomb them" at the hotel.
You see, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? It's hard to have a sensible political debate about something when people are saying "fucking bomb them."
What do you think? Man there looks mentally ill.
He's not mentally ill. He is mentally ill. He's mentally ill in the way that many of these people are mentally ill. If you look at the pure joy that they are expressing while protesting, and the fun, frankly, the fun they're having while demonstrating and trying to protect their women and girls, it's a bit sickening, I have to say.
What you can do that? Tommy Robinson. Yeah. I like his policies.
Refugees were welcome in. You want to see nobody rush back for war in this country? Oh, big strong bomb.
Migrants, you don't tell us where to go.
Oh, they're running.
Go on, London, mate. If you're watching this time out, come to my house, mate. Me and you are going around.
I'm sure I am, Ali, until I die.
I don't think they're doing themselves any favours.
We're calm. We're peaceful. We're calm. We're peaceful.
They're not covering themselves in glory, are they, these protesters? Which I think I've started to feel a bit better about all these protests, because I don't think most people in society support people who just go around in big gangs shouting, "Peter, Peter." They might be concerned about immigration, fair enough.
And we just want what's best for the English British public. And
Good bloke.
domestically, in-house, and this is what we want. We want the equilibrium. We want it equalised. That's what we want.
I heard some chants over there calling the people inside the asylum hotel pedophiles. Do you believe that?
The majority.
The majority are pedos, are they? Okay.
When they came here,
So this is a little bit of psychological insight here into what a pervert is. Let's see.
paedophiles, I would say they're sexual predators. Not paedophiles, they're sexual predators. And that's a different terminology entirely.
I'm an incredibly concerned resident. I'm very local.
Very local.
And the dangers here to our children and to women are unbelievable. We already know from all kinds of things that have happened all over the country, in the latest one in Epping, that it is you put 1,100 men in there, and of course they're going to have certain needs, which they're...
Certain needs? There are millions of men in this country. They've all got certain needs. The fact is, most paedophiles and most sexual offenders, the vast majority of them, abuse their partners, their children, their Catholic priests and people who work with children. They're not going out on the street and picking up children or young girls or abusing women on the street. They do it in the comfort of their own homes.
These cannot be nice people, because if they come from war-torn countries, why do they leave their wives and children behind for a better life here? That immediately tells you that these are not nice people.
Yeah, it immediately tells you, doesn't it? Except it doesn't, because obviously in their cultures, if they're from Islamic countries, the women probably can't work because they can't go out of the house on their own, which isn't a good thing in my opinion, but that is their culture. And you know, I've said it before, why do you want a load of women and children coming over who aren't going to work, pay tax, and are going to be a burden? You would really prefer young men, wouldn't you, who can work and be useful to society.
If they're vetted, then of course not. It's not. It's a completely different ball game. But this
is one of the things. They're very on message. The right. If they're vetted, they're not vetted. They're not vetted. It's what we hear constantly. Nobody's vetted. All right, your neighbours aren't vetted. You don't know what your neighbours get up to. You don't even know half the time what your friends get up to. The idea that just because people are coming into your community that they all have to be vetted is absolutely ridiculous. If you live near any hotel or, I mean, arguably any sort of housing, there are people constantly coming in to live there and coming to stay there. Every week of the year, and none of them are vetted. They're just people. The only reason they're saying they need to be vetted is because they're foreign, and they've assumed that if someone's foreign and looks different, they're probably dangerous.
They're criminals by default, by the very fact that the first thing
Criminals
they do is
by
enter
default.
a country illegally. They are criminals. So whatever you say about them, they are criminals. Also, I am very, very upset with King Charles, who is not like his mother. He's the absolute opposite. He's an Islamophile, and
he's just not like his mother.
And he protects Islam. Never once said happy Easter or whatever, but yeah, anything in the Muslim culture, you know, he's immediately there.
I mean, he did give the Christmas message.
Yeah, not an Easter one though, did he?
When has the monarch ever given an Easter message? Absolute bullshit.
For them to be put in hotels and not in detention centres or warehouses with tents until they're actually processed properly.
Single males who cross the channel, where should they be put?
If they haven't gone through the correct process and they're coming in illegally, we can set up warehouses very quickly or some sort of centres. Keep them in there until they're processed. They shouldn't be in the...
Put them in a warehouse, stack them, 12 deep. have a forklift truck. Can you unload some of those asylum seekers, please? Do you want the ones near the top? Yeah, just unload a pallet of asylum seekers there. Bring that down for us, will you, Kev?
Are the sort of centres you're talking about like the ones we see in America, like the
or even France, where they've come from? You see it in Calais. They in warehouses, and they've got tents in the warehouses.
The people over there are anti-racist campaigners, so by implication, they're thinking that you're racist.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think of that label?
Doesn't bother me anymore. I know I'm not a racist. I've got multiple friends from different countries all around the world, different skin colours. This side of our protest is always diverse. There's always different people from all different backgrounds.
What I felt I saw is on this side, on the far right side, you had people that were fundamentally felt quite disenfranchised.
Mhm.
They felt they weren't being listened to. They felt that life in Britain was fundamentally unfair and that they aren't being rewarded for their work.
Mhm.
On the other side, the asylum seekers themselves are also similarly disenfranchised. But what you had is these two sides yelling at each other. And I was like, just look up, look where we are. We are underneath the towers of JP Morgan.
Mhm.
And JP Morgan, one of the largest shareholders in Serco, private,
Yep.
for-profit asylum accommodation contractor.
The last Conservative government and the current Labour government have both promised that they were going to end small boat crossings, and they haven't. Who do you think could put an end to it?
I personally say I have no idea. I don't even think Reform would do it at this point. It seems like there's no government party out there that are actually willing to do what's right and to stop the boats.
Okay, good. Let's finish it there because I can't take any more. I think all the parties want to put it right because all the parties can see quite clearly that there are a lot of people in the country that want to get rid of the immigrants. And the other thing that sort of makes me, I was going to say laugh, but it doesn't really make me laugh. Farage and Reform UK are being accused of being woke. They're not right-wing enough. They're not right-wing enough. We need someone. We need proper Nazis. They're not these watered-down Nazis of Nigel Farage. So now you've got Tommy Robinson going on about advance UK, killing all foreigners immediately. Yes, it's interesting. But as I say, just enjoy the ongoing hotel protests. I don't think it's right that they should be put in hotels. They should be put in some sort of other, maybe warehouses, not stacked on shelves, probably. That seems a bit inhumane. But yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed my thoughts there. And don't nobody go nowhere. In a week where migrant hotels are on the news again,